So we're dealing with one-step equations, and the way we deal with them is basically we use the opposite operation for the thing next to the variable. So for example, if someone says v plus 9 is equal to 16, then we ask ourselves, what are we solving for? V. So we need to get rid of the 9. Now somebody could just look at this and say what number they believe v is, and they're correct. They could use intuition. What I want us to be able to understand is how to show our work and be able to justify the answers that we're getting. So in this case, we subtract 9 from both sides. Why are we doing that? Because of the subtraction property of equality. Whatever we do to the left, we have to do to the right. In this case, we're subtracting 9. Why are we subtracting 9? Because we're trying to get rid of positive 9. So when we subtract 9 from both sides, we get v is equal to 7. So we've just shown our work for solving this one-step equation. It is important to write the topic and show a series of examples step by step. The days of just being able to do a math problem on a line, those are kind of gone in algebra, right? Because when you get into algebra, more and more you're going to start doing problems that literally will take half a page sometimes. So you need to be able to show your work. Don't worry, don't be overwhelmed by, will I know the answer at the end? Don't worry, just start and follow the steps, one step at a time. So let's look at another example. So let's call this example 1. Example 2, if we have y plus 7 is equal to 15. We're solving for y, so we have to subtract 7 from both sides. That means y is equal to 8. So we subtracted 7 from both sides, everybody's happy. We could check our work by plugging 8 back. So y plus 7 is equal to 15. You could just say that you know y is 8, but can you justify? Now let's look at a few other setups with one-step equations. What if you have 10 is equal to y minus 4? Well, this is now a negative number, so you need to add 4 to get rid of it, right? The properties of real numbers are helpful here. So one of the properties of real numbers is the additive inverse property. If you add a number to its opposite, right, it just it disappears. So in this case, we add 4 to both sides. We add 4 to get rid of the 4 on this side, but then we have to add it to this side. So then 14 is equal to y. And by the way, that's the same thing as y is equal to 14. It's the same thing. There are properties of real numbers in our book, Tools for Mastering Mathematics, and it wouldn't be a bad idea to review what those properties are, and then also be mindful of properties like the symmetric property, the reflexive property, and the transitive property. And you can look up those 3 properties. Those are very helpful to know. Again, knowing these properties will make the actual math problem solving process much smoother. What about if I have 2x is equal to 10? Well, if it's 2x is equal to 10, then I divide both sides by 2 because I'm trying to get rid of the 2 on this side, but I have to do the same thing on the other side. So then x is equal to 5. What if I have x over 5 is equal to 10? Well, I multiply both sides by 5, and I get x is equal to 50. So, let's go back and recap. When you're solving an equation, you ask yourself, what am I solving for? And what is the relationship between the thing I'm solving for and the other thing next to what I'm solving for? In this case, it's an addition. So I know automatically I need a subtraction to get rid of this. But if I do that to the left side, I have to do it to the right side. So that's number 1. V is equal to 7. Number 2, y plus 7 is equal to 15. What is the relationship between y and 7? It's an addition. So I have to subtract 7 from both sides, and I get y is equal to 8. Number 3, 10 is equal to y minus 4. I want to solve for y, so I add 4 to both sides, so y is equal to 14. Number 4, right here. 2 times x is equal to 10. I'm solving for x, so I have to divide both sides by 2. So then I get x is equal to 5. And example 5. X divided by 5 is equal to 10. The only way I can get rid of the 5s is to multiply the left side by 5. But if I multiply the left side by 5, I have to multiply the right side by 5. X is equal to 50. And that is the answer to the one-step equations. Let me know if you have any questions. I hope that was helpful. Look forward to seeing you in the next video where we'll talk about two-step equations. If you need more practice with one-step equations, reach out to Amos, themathguy@gmail.com. Have a blessed day.